Hi guys, my name is Nonima Digela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to go through the breakdown of Majola's claims against police during his arrest. He made a lot of claims and claims that are very familiar. Okay, there are claims that he made that are very familiar. So these are the things that were put in placed before court when his bail hearing was happening. Victor Majola is one of the accused in the DJ Waras murder case, and he has made allegations against SEPS regarding how he was arrested. These claims have surfaced during bail proceeding, not a trial. Askagafiki guys with trial, please understand that. He reported claims. His reported claims include number one, use of force during his arrest. Majola alleges that police used unlawful or excessive force when taking him into custody. Number two, okay, before we do that, I think police have this problem. We are not saying people that are suspects or suspected of doing criminal activities are supposed to be treated with what you call as if they are better people or what. No, they need to be treated as human beings. The law, in fact, that's what South African law says. They need to be treated with dignity, respect and dignity. I wonder when is that going to make sense to police people? Anyway, number two, improper arrest procedure. Before we go to number two, lento endiyishoyo ku-number one yokuthi this unlawful or excess force is the one that is always getting people off. I don't think police, I don't understand why they are not getting it, because when it comes to court, some of these allegations are the reason these people walk when they actually did the crime. Iyan frustrate Mnalonto. Anyway, number two, improper arrest procedure. He suggests that officers did not follow correct legal steps, including how the arrest was executed and how he was handled immediately afterwards. You must not give criminals or suspects any reason to put police in dispute or in questionable circumstances. They must always act right because number three, rights violations. The defense has implied that Majola's constitutional rights, dignity, bodily integrity, procedural fairness may have been infringed during arrest. Do you see now? They have rights. You can't, as police, be doing the same mistake in all cases over and over again. And in most cases, they don't get away with it. In some cases, they do. But these people, So important legal clarity. These are allegations, not findings. No court has ruled that SEPS acted unlawfully. We are still going to find out during the trial, I suppose. And how the state responds so far. The state disputes these claims and maintains that the arrest was lawful. Obviously, there is no police officer that is going to say Majola is right, or any accused for that matter. The state also say force, if any, was reasonable and justified. Okay, did he fight? Number three, they say the arrest complied with criminal procedure requirements. At bail stage, the court does not conduct a full trial on police conduct. That assessment typically happens later if the defense formally challenges admissibility or brings a civil or constitutional application. Well, I suppose there is no confessions yet here. And the report from the doctor, because we saw Majola in pain. Now, if that report comes telling a story of being beaten up, I don't know what's going to happen to the case, guys. Whether he's guilty or not, or whatever, he was part of whatever. Now, it's problematic, and police don't want to learn this. If proven later, unlawful arrest claims could affect admissibility of evidence obtained after arrest. Do you see now why I say police need to learn to put their hands in themselves, arrest someone or ask them. And especially if that person is not armed, get into the van, say. Now, if proven later that Majola's allegations were true, unlawful arrest claims could affect admissibility of evidence obtained after arrest, credibility of SAPS witnesses, possible civil claims against the police. Yo! But crucially, an unlawful arrest does not automatically collapse a murder case. Courts separate police misconduct from criminal liability unless evidence is directly tainted. I pray that this is not going to be the case if Majola is the correct guy. Because we don't know until there is a trial. We can't actually, we can't actually be sure of what is what until, of course, everything is on record and we can make up our mind thoroughly. So now we are having a situation of Victor Majola versus police, what he claims and what the court has not decided. That is what we have right now. Because now Majola is going to stand on that. And if the report, guys, comes back and is favoring him, Majola is going to stand on those allegations of how police arrested him and how unlawful force and violations of constitutional rights were used by police. He is going to stand on that. And those claims are very serious. Yes, for now, we are right to say there are still allegations, no judicial findings for now. But yes, the state is disputing Majola's version and insists that the arrest was lawful and properly executed. But what needs to be understood, what it means legally, it could blow the entire case, guys. It could actually blow the entire case. For now, the court focused on one question only: should the accused be released on bail? That is the focus for now, and that's what we are going to hear today on the 16th of January. It's been a month since DJ Waras passed away. Now, today, it's been a month, and it's still painful, and his family is still in pain. South Africa is still in pain. We've lost someone that was a good person on earth. He was. Everything else remains unsolved and must be proven with evidence, not statements. So, Nje, it's not going to help anyone for the police to be just saying the statement says evidence must come true. And if Victor Majola alleges police misconduct during his arrest, those claims that are raised in bail hearing, as much as they have not been proven, and as much as they have been disputed by the state, the court decides on facts, not headlines. And if it happens that the doctor reports is saying something else, Sasha ke nkosi yami, Sasha. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts when it comes to this? Let's talk in the comment section. Do you think Amapolisa should go to training, I don't know, every 3 months regarding arresting people and how to conduct themselves? Because Lento Yabo is always running court cases, guys. These people, they don't listen. Do you think that police should go to psychological trainings? I understand. When people are shooting at you, if there is no shootout involved, why must this forceful or this misconduct situation happen? If there is absolutely no shootout or trying to run away kind of vibes. Anyway, I'll see you on our next video. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.